Greetings, luminous souls. If these three signs resonate with your journey, you're going through a spiritual awakening. And so for the first sign, have you been feeling like a sense of detachment from the people and the activities that once defined your life? It's as if you're on an entirely different wavelength and unable to truly connect with those around you. For example, I used to be a diehard football fan, and I loved the Denver Broncos more than life itself. And I loved playing fantasy football, and I was in multiple leagues, and I just lived for football season, right? And when I had my spiritual awakening, I suddenly just lost interest in football altogether. It was wild. And I also lost all interest in going to bars and being around alcohol. And even with my closest friends that I hung out with all the time, they just fell out of my life and my experience. And that's okay, because you're going through something way more magical. So this feeling of disconnection can be an indication that you're undergoing a powerful spiritual awakening. And the second sign is to pay attention to the increased awareness of your present moment, right? The magical now. In the now, that is all that really truly exists. So with this increased awareness, you start recognizing your limiting beliefs and habits that you weren't aware of before, right? And you stop time traveling, going to the past, which no longer exists, or time traveling to the future, the unknown future, which hasn't arrived. So this is all that exists. And for the example, one of the things I became aware of is I was unconsciously eating processed foods and drinking tap water. And I became hyper aware of how unhealthy the processed foods and the amount of chemicals that they put in them. So I stopped eating processed foods and I stopped craving meat. And I was a big meat eater, but I was tuned into my body, right? And how it functioned more optimally when I stopped eating those meats and the processed foods and started eating organic fruits and vegetables, high vibrational foods, right? And I started drinking only spring water, as the fluoride that they put in our water supply is put in there with intention to keep us dumbed down, as fluoride calcifies the pineal gland. And that's our connection to the quantum field, right? So you start consciously observing the things that used to be automatic and unconscious to you, right? So you start catching those things. So this heightened awareness signifies for sure that you're in the midst of a spiritual awakening. And lastly, sign number 3, you start recognizing synchronicities, right? In your everyday experiences, whether it's seeing repeated numbers, meaningful words, connecting with new like-minded and like-hearted people that are vibrating at your frequency, or even discovering newfound knowledge that just starts coming out of nowhere. So these synchronicities are symbols of alignment. And I'll share the spiritual definition. Synchronicities are a demonstration of oneness of life, which manifests as divine connections and that express as coincidences. So these connections and occurrences result in mouth-dropping experiences that are beyond reason and logic. So when your inner world aligns and starts reflecting itself in your outer world, well, then you know you're going through a spiritual awakening. So if these 3 signs resonate with your journey, embrace them with open arms, because you, my friend, are embarking on a profound spiritual awakening. It's a journey of self-discovery, and spiritual growth is unfolding in your experience every day and every way. So I thank you for tuning in and receiving this message. And if this resonated with you, well, I invite you to subscribe, and share this content with family and friends that may be going through a spiritual awakening. And also share your spiritual awakening experience in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. I thank you. I bless you. I love you.